If you've just received your box of botanical materials from Betta Botanicals, it's time to build your ecosystem, which is exciting, right? But before you toss them straight into your tank, there's a simple 5-step process to make sure that they integrate safely and smoothly into your botanical method aquarium. Rinse, boil, drain and strain, soak, and then the addition of these prepared materials to your aquarium. This method removes potential dust, debris, and excess organics while ensuring your botanicals are ready to work with your ecosystem and not against it. Now, we do have a strict quality control process, and your botanicals do arrive in their purest, most natural form. But even with our thorough washing, air drying, and sampling, some trace dust or organic residues can remain because these botanicals are fresh from the forest and are hand collected from natural ecosystems around the globe. So let's walk through the process step by step and get your botanicals ready for your aquarium. Step 1, the rinse. First things first, give your botanicals a quick rinse under hot tap water for 60 seconds. This helps remove any loose dirt, dust, or debris from shipping and handling. No fancy tricks here, just a simple rinse to dislodge anything clinging to the surface, and tap water is just fine, no need to dechlorinate at this stage. Step 2, the boil. Next, boil your botanicals for about 5 minutes. And I know some of you will hesitate here exclaiming, "Aren't I losing valuable tannins?" But trust me, this step is worth it. Boiling does 2 important things. It extracts residual sugars, lignins, and other compounds, as some botanicals contain complex polysaccharides that can fuel bacterial blooms or excess biofilms if added straight in. Remember that your aquarium is a closed ecosystem. Unlike how we'd find in nature, we have to balance the inputs of materials with what can be processed within the confinements of your glass box. Boiling also softens the materials, as many botanicals like seed pods and bark have a tough outer layer that resists sinking. Boiling breaks them down just enough so they can become waterlogged faster. This ritual of botanical preparation allows us to experience our aquarium hobby in new ways, as the boiling botanicals releases a very pleasant, earthy aroma into your home. Step 3, the drain and strain. After boiling, drain the water and strain your botanicals. Again, I know what you're thinking, but I just boiled a bunch of tannins, shouldn't I keep the water? Honestly, no. This step only removes about 5 to 10% of the total tannins, but more importantly, it gets rid of the unwanted sugars and any remaining surface contaminants. Now, if you personally hand collected your own botanicals from a pristine environment and you're 100% confident in their safety, you could skip this step. But that choice comes with a full responsibility. Botanical materials can introduce unknown contaminants, so just be mindful of this risk. Step 4, the soak. Now your botanicals are ready to soak. This step is all about making sure they're fully waterlogged before adding them into your aquarium. How long should you soak them? That's up to you. A short soak ensures everything sinks, but a long soak creates that tank tea, a tannin-rich extract full of humic acids, fulvic acids, and antioxidants that you can dose directly to your aquarium. If you do decide to store this tank tea for later, please keep it in the refrigerator, but only for 1 to 2 weeks. Since it is biologically active, it's a prime food source for microbes and bacteria, which is great for your aquarium, but not something you want fermenting on your kitchen counter. So yeah, keep it in the fridge. Step 5, adding to your aquarium. All right, now for the fun part, adding your botanicals to the aquarium. But how much should you add? And the answer to that is it depends. If your aquarium is brand new, you can add as much as you like and let the system stabilize naturally. However, if you already have fish or shrimp, you want to start slow. A good rule of thumb is to add 2 to 3 botanicals per 5 gallons. Why? Because botanicals are fuel for your ecosystem. As they decompose, they release tannins, humic substances, and beneficial organic compounds that support microbial life, beneficial bacteria, and fungi. We like to say that botanicals carry a bioload in your aquarium, not because they're directly releasing nitrogen, adding to your nitrogen cycle, but because the beneficial bacteria and fungal colonies on them are the ones that are contributing to the nitrogen load of your aquarium. If you notice an ammonia reading on your water test kit after adding botanicals, you may have added too many botanicals this time. To mitigate this, perform a 15% water exchange and add slightly less botanicals next time. The presence of ammonia can be caused by the microbiome that is establishing itself on the new botanicals, which is why we always consider botanicals as part of their bioload. Now, if you do keep shrimp or delicate fish, consider adding an air stone, especially when introducing new botanicals to your aquarium. Why? Because as botanicals break down, they fuel the beneficial bacterial growths, and those bacteria can consume oxygen. The warning signs for low oxygen concentrations in your aquarium is that the shrimp will cluster near the surface of your aquarium, and you'll have fish gasping for air near the surface. And you might see some erratic or sluggish movements in your aquarium inhabitants. Now, if this happens, do a quick 10 to 15% water change and slow down your additions. Only exchange the water, don't touch the substrate, and don't do anything to the filter. We're just going to exchange the water. Over time, you'll get a feel for what your system can handle per botanical addition. If you do need a refresher on this process, we've got you. Every product bag has a QR code you can scan with your phone for instant access to these instructions. If you still have questions, you can email me at info@bettabotanicals.com, and I'm always happy to help. If this is your first time preparing botanicals, it may seem daunting, but trust me when I say it will become second nature. Rinse, boil, drain and strain, soak. A simple, reliable way to prepare your botanicals for all Blackwater, Biotope, and Botanical method aquariums, ensuring that your aquarium evolves on nature's terms. Because the goal isn't just to throw things into the aquarium, it's to create an ecosystem that works with natural processes. Done correctly, this method ensures long-term stability, prevents excess organics, and sets your aquarium up for success. Now, go on and build your ecosystem.